Hey, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
All day, baby, all day. You ran into a brick wall. You ran into a brick wall, baby. You ran into a brick wall, baby.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
No. Check. Patriots. Hurry up.
Jones will come now in motion right.
Who's that?
Again, it's Cook. Room here to run. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And he finds Jace Amaro. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All day, I'm here all day. 40 got. Hey, 40 got. 40 got. Set. 180.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And this would complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. They find some open field here. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down right at the 20.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
In defense. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Spence. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Stay, go here! Stay 50, stay 50. Hey, 70!
Dwayne Washington, his first carry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Easy, easy. Right, boy, tight to the right. Move. Set. Omaha, we got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey. 32. Check.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, turn it out. Crash. Blitz. Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Check three. You go set.
Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient. Followed his block.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And Rudolph has it left side. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards.
Titans on the Ringo.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriots.
Throwing now. Osweiler on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Green. No. Check. Patriots.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Stafford. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. And an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Double right. He's checking. Crash.
On first, here's Washington. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
On the ball.
Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Man, I got you. You set. You waiting. Go. Nickel. Check.
Now Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over at their own 20-yard line.
Ohio. Alert flare. Flex round. Here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Wide. Get wide. Flex round. Ohio. Tighten up. Let's go. Wide.
They run again on first down. Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Leopard. Stand up in. Watch twist.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Here's Osweiler. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And some room to maneuver. Past the and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Good job, offense. Good job.
Oh, yeah, that's the score, baby.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. Amaro's got it. Left side. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 29. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
An NFL update. Second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
Hey, go 21. Under 10. 10. Blue 16.
To throw on second down. Stafford. He's going to fire one deep. Try to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's got room. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, 54. You're set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Green Beckham has it over the middle. 20, 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch tight. Tight
Hey,
ends right.
22.
Watch tight. Tight ends right.
You set. Blue 80. 59.
Three down.
Four down. Zebra.
Hey, watch the edge.
Now it's Stafford. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check the backer.
They come out here in the eye.
10.
54 Mike.
Big 20. Zebra. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. 50. Check. Stay 50. Easy.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Uzomah in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Come on, let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Second down following the run.
Detroit!
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Sponge. No.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to fire one deep middle. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Big 20, big 20.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Here we go. 22. Here we go. 4 down.
Watch the run.
To throw on second down. Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Rush in.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Yeah, baby.
Set. Hey,
91 is the money.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
Watch the backer.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Oh, shift. Watch the shift. Hey.
Flex round.
Check 52.
Let's go. What?
Now Cook running right. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
You're on an island over there.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And some room to work.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey,
Hey, 54. You're set. 180.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Got a man complete. It's the tight end tomorrow. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Stafford. Forced out to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Zebra.
Strong right. Strong right.
Set. 180.
On first down, Stafford here.
Watch out.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Monday.
Check 26.
You go set. 180.
To throw again. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
57's the mic.
Watch you now, boy. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 35.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit! Gone!
So the D-line's going to spread out. Osweiler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Fresh set of downs here.
He's scared.
Watch it now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now it's Osweiler. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Slam.
On the ball.
Check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Hey, set. Blue 60. Easy. 21.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
32.
Check
Hey, I need one.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Hey, 50. You got tight. You got tight right there. 30. Shift.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Hey! No. Off. You set. 280. Alert. He's checking.
From the gun, Stafford.
25. Check 25.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action. It's Osweiler. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Osweiler. And Tate's got it. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So here come the Lions now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Play clock winding down. On the give, this is their fullback. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Yeah, baby, boom!
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff as they run left side. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Zebra, set, 180.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. The tight end, Amaro. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
And the play clock's running down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Set there. 180. Right there.
To throw is Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
180. West number 29. 40 got. Hold on. Ready to move. 60. Cut. Check 99. Check
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here.
Kill.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Check 13. Trail right. 22. Back 50. Hey. Set. 80.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Blitz. Boom. That's how we do it.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Come on, let's go.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Stafford on first down. Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game?
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter. In the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that.